finally did a gap jump. I've never like I never cared. I was just like, it's a gap jump. If you don't make it, then you don't ride for a very long time, or you're lucky if you get up or whatever. So I was just very like not enthralled. I just didn't really care. I'm like, I enjoy riding more than I do gap jumping and risking it all and all that stuff like that. And granted, like, it wasn't like this huge massive gap jump, but I mean, it was a gap jump. It was my first like legit jump that, like, if you didn't make it, it could have some consequence, I guess, in a way. You know, it's a mental thing as well, because it's like I've done tabletops, you know, I've done like little BMX jumpy thingies where it's like kind of a gap, but there's really no consequence. So for me to like step it up for this much was definitely like a battle of the mind, battle of the will to do it. So guys, I hope you enjoy the video, and let me know how you felt when you first nailed your first gap jump. So like as like the video progresses, I'll be stopping, chiming back in, and letting you kind of know what pushed me to get to that point to do this. It's a little bit maybe entertaining, and you might be able to relate.
The right is the creek bed jump, the left are gaps. But they mirror the creek bed jumps.
Always roll up to it.
No, it's pretty much rolled in. Now we got burns in it.
I can't believe he did that. So we all kind of have that friend, that one friend that we ride with that you're like, oh, if he could do it, I can do it. So today, Alex was that friend of mine that totally just went at the jump. So when he did it, it was like, oh my gosh, there's no way to get out of this now. I have to do it. And I know, guys, this isn't like Rampage, but for me, it's a big deal. We're all at different levels, you know.
Yeah, like building up to something.
I do too, and I'm kind of foregoing that right now. And you know what it is? It's because Alex did it.
We're gonna do the gap. You gonna do both gaps?
I'm gonna do the one gap. I'm not gonna do the second one.
Okay. See how you feel after you follow me.
All right.
Yeah, it's not bad.
And really quick, before we go at this, I gotta like send a shout out to one of my like new friends out here. His name's David, but we call him Ricky Bobby. And you from Texas, you probably know him. He's like really good rider. Like, he was so cool that day. He provided that moral support and moral comfort that I needed to do it. I just like, when you got a guy who's like looks as cool as David does, got a big old beard, he's like, nah man, you can do this. And I'm like, yeah, I can do this. So nonetheless, he did give me that extra support that I needed to do two things that I was really sketched out on that day. So not just this one. So, but let's get back to the video. And like that, I landed my first gap jump. So like, I did it. I made it. It was like nothing. I mean, I just did it. Like, it just happened that quickly. Like there was no angel choir or nothing like that, but it just happened. Like, I really did it. So I'm gonna go back up just to make sure I actually got it. Like, whoa. That was like my first real gap. Well, I did the creek gap today, so that's like total progression. I can't believe I did that one today. There's like, okay, so this section there's one section, it goes down and it shoots out in two different ways. So I just did the right section. Now I'm gonna go do the second section where there's something else that I encounter that just like, I'm like, oh my gosh. So here we go. can't do it. Ah, why? What is it about this one? Something about it right when I get right where you're standing. I'm just like,
you know what I trip out on? Like whenever I'm hitting something that I'm not sure about, I always follow somebody in. Yeah. Like, if you're going really, really fast, you can go.
all right.
Yeah. But it's gonna hurt when you. That's not my skill set.
You want to just go to the road gap right now?
No.
All right.
You can follow me.
Okay.
You can do it.
All right, let's go. All right, so here comes David again. Everybody has now decided to go do the road gap. I've tried this thing over and over and over, and I cannot get it. Basically what it is, it's like a long BMX jump, but you can't, like, the video does not do it justice. It's actually really, like, it goes up pretty quickly. You know, it's like actually a good lip on there. You could, like, it's scary because you feel like if you go at it too fast, you can get really high. So you're kind of hesitant, but it is long. It's probably way longer than the road gap that I just did, but the video does not do it justice one bit. It was just, I knew I had it in me. I was going fast enough, but I just couldn't. It was just like a mental thing. But here comes Ricky Bobby to the rescue. They're gonna go do the other jump or whatever, and we're gonna stick here, and he's stayed with me and got me through this. Well, or did he? I just boosted it.
Love it.
Oh, thanks, man. Thank you. I would have been bugging me all day. All right, so I did it. I did two things that I've never done before when it came to jumping. Like in California, it was like you had all this good riding, and I wasn't gonna go back up and session this or session that. You're just done riding. So I never really got a chance to really practice on jumping. But here in Texas, there's a lot more when it comes to like BMX stuff and all that, and I've been able to really hone in those skills and really focus in on jumping. So for me, getting to this point with jumping is something that I almost wondered if it was even impossible for me to do. I just have a mental block. I hate heights. I'm afraid of heights. I hate flying in airplanes. I hate flying in airplanes. All I could do is think about a million ways that we're going to die on this airplane. That is just how my brain works. I got some mental issues I'm working out. I'm still working on it. So something like this might not be a big deal to most people. Like I know a guy named Julian who I ride with who like started doing this stuff like right away. Like he's just more natural. I'm not, you know, and a lot of people are like me where it's just not natural, you know. So I'm telling you guys that from a person who's afraid of heights, who's just really struggling with understanding how to do a jump. Like I look at a jump and they're like, oh, it's easy. I'm like, my brain is like freaking out because there's no idea how to do that. So just to let you guys know, it is possible with the right practice, with the right time put into it, and the right just building so incrementally. Doing the same things over and over. Like even if you're doing a jump and you're nowhere near clearing it and you look like an idiot and you're like that only one like in the park that like, oh my gosh, look at that guy trying to hit that jump. Like everyone's clearing it, everyone's whipping it, but you're just like, oh, I'm gonna go off this and kadunk, and you just look horrible. You keep doing it over and over and over. So I am proof that just doing things over and over, looking like a noob, looking like you suck, you could actually do it. And one of the things I like saying on this channel is like, every failure is one step closer to making it happen. So I'm gonna continue pushing my skills. I'm gonna continue trying not to get hurt, and I'm gonna continue riding because it just feels so good. All right, guys, I'll catch you next time. Thank you for watching. It's Tony with MTB Dropping. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget, please check out Patreon and help me keep making videos, and use those affiliate links with Worldwide Cyclery. Whenever you need to buy something from Worldwide Cyclery, come back to the channel so you can purchase, so that I can help keep doing these things and making bigger and better content for you guys and showing you my little bitty incremental steps of progression. Have a good day, guys. Stay strong, keep pedaling. Dropping out.